A boy, his mother, and another woman all dead in a mass shooting in northwest Jacksonville. 2 other people were injured. The mayor saying enough is enough.
When I got the news last night, and I continue to be mad as hell, this has to stop.
The mother of one of the victims, coming forward today, says her daughter was a good girl with her entire life still in front of her.
I mean, it's just sad that these other people lost their lives too, including my daughter. They didn't even have, this baby didn't even have a chance.
Police say the shooting was at around 6 o'clock last night and grew out of some sort of argument. So far, no one has been arrested.
Those killed, 11-month-old Tadashi Williams, his mother, 22-year-old Khadijah Williams, and 18-year-old Zaisha Burnham. Elizabeth Campbell is at the park where the vigil is about to begin. Tarek Minor is digging through crime stats in that part of town. But we begin with Jim Piggott, who spoke with the mayor and sheriff today. Jim, we could all see just how angry the 2 of them were during their news conference.
Angry, and the mayor also very upset, I think almost at a time at the point of tears. They made that announcement here in front of these portraits here. This is called the Portraits for Hope, and all of these are pictures or portraits of kids here in Jacksonville, kids that have been killed over the year. And now Tadashi Williams' story is going to be added to this, as the mayor was talking today, frustrated by what happened and hoping to be able to get some answers.
When you have a child shot and killed and other children in and around the event, it is a jolt to the community. It wakes the community up. But understand, we are dealing with these issues every single day. We are looking at how resources are allocated, ensuring that we're getting to the right people in the right neighborhoods. And that's what the people of Jacksonville need to know.
One thing the sheriff says people need to know too is that they are constantly working this. They are getting help from people in this area, but he can't say much about this case except that they're working on it.
So again, bringing justice to this case and all these cases, bringing peace back to these communities is something that we are clearly focused on in the near future.
And I'll tell you, with both of these, the sheriff and the mayor, I was with them in January as they took on a very similar case. In that case, they were walking the east side of Jacksonville, determined to catch a killer of a young child there. They say they are just as determined in this case. And until this is solved, you're going to be hearing more from them. Live from City Hall, Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Jim. People are expected to soon be gathering at Simons Johnson Park in northwest Jacksonville to honor the memories of the 3 murder victims. Channel 4's Elizabeth Campbell is there. She spoke with the family of one of the women killed. Elizabeth?
I did, Tom, and as for the vigil, it has not yet begun, but I can tell you I have seen a few people show up, including Mad Dads, who says they want to be here to support this family. Now, as to the family I spoke to the mother of the 18-year-old who was shot and killed last night. We also spoke to her cousin, and the word devastated doesn't even begin to describe how they are feeling today after losing their loved one. They are begging anyone in the community to please come forward with any information on who is responsible for these senseless shootings.
My heart go out to that family because, I mean, it's just sad that these other people lost their lives too, including my daughter. They didn't even have, this baby didn't even have a chance to see the rest of it growing up, and it's just sad.
Pamela Williams is heartbroken after her 18-year-old daughter, Zaisha Burnham, was shot and killed last night. 11-month-old Tadashi Williams and his mother, 22-year-old Khadijah Williams, were also killed. 2 others were shot and have minor injuries. This is the second time Williams has lost a child to gun violence. Her son also shot and killed in 2009 when waiting to catch his bus to First Coast High School.
They're not supposed to be getting killed. They're supposed to be enjoying their life. I mean, senior year, going to proms and stuff. And I mean, every time you turn around, I'm looking at the TV, young people getting killed. I mean, just senseless. I mean, just don't make no sense. It just need to stop.
Zaisha's cousin also spoke to News4Jax today. Too scared to show her face, but begging anyone with information to come forward.
Y'all can remain anonymous. Zaisha would have want somebody to do this for her, and if y'all have loved ones, somebody would do the same thing for y'all. Please, y'all, I'm begging, please.
She can't stop thinking about her cousin and says their family deserves justice.
And every time you see her, she had a smile on her face. She gonna ask you how you doing. She gonna make sure you straight. She will never put nobody in harm's way, though.
And remember, if you have any information, whether small or big, you can remain anonymous. You don't have to give any of your information. You can call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-866-845-TIPS. As for the vigil, again, it is scheduled to begin any minute. We have crews here, and we will be out here talking to the community about how they plan to come together during this difficult time. Reporting live from Northwest Jacksonville, Elizabeth Campbell, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Elizabeth. These killings have many asking, why does this keep happening? Well, we looked at crime in the area where last night's shooting happened, and you can see in the past 6 months, within a half-mile radius, there have been 21 assaults, 17 burglaries, and 23 larcenies and robberies. Channel 4's Tarek Miner took a deeper look at these numbers and explains how the crime is affecting all of us. Tarek?
Well, Joy, these are the faces of the victims of crime, and more, unfortunately, are going to be added. They bring to light the reality of the numbers that police give us about crime, and today's city council members got an idea of just how bad it really is. The police lights and sirens signal another death in Jacksonville, and today those deaths were front and center at City Hall. Council members were given a graphic illustration of the violence in our city and where it's centered. Here's an example. Each red dot on this map shows a gunshot wound in Jacksonville that occurred in a one-period time from October 1st of 2015 until September 30th of this year. One of the areas where more people were shot is near the Cleveland Arms apartment complex in Jacksonville. The city council member from that area, Reggie Brown, says he's familiar with these crimes and is frustrated by what's happening.
We're going to have to learn how to disagree without being violent. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges. We resort to violence when we disagree with each other.
The map here shows even more violence. Each dot shows the number of assaults in our city. And as you can see, the crimes are everywhere, but more focused downtown and the west side. The city has spent millions over the years addressing these crimes with the Jacksonville Journey and is spending $9 million this year to continue. But the current head of the Journey says something has to change.
We started the journey 9 years ago, and quite candidly, we got off the track. We have to deal with the underlying problems that lead to this violent crime, and we know a big problem is lack of education.
One more graph to show you spells out the problem by zip code. It shows the number of violent crimes per capita, which means based on the number of people in the area. Zip code 32202 is at the top, which is near downtown, followed by 32209, which is where Cleveland Arms is located. And we have posted these maps on news4jax.com so you can check them out for yourself.